The NBA's Greg Popovich and LeBron James, two sides of the same problematic coin. I'm Jasper Gonzo, and this is What's Next.
Because I've been dealing with it my whole life. I don't mind it. Like, I hear it. Like, if I hear somebody, like, close by, I check them real quick. I move on to the game, whatever the fuck. They're going to say whatever the fuck they want to say. They might throw something on you. I mean, I got a beer thrown on me leaving the game.
You know, if police officers are supposed to accept that being shot at is what they signed up for, then surely being taunted and jeered by fans and having the occasional beer thrown on you is part of the job description for professional athletes. Also, LeBron, the reason people don't like you isn't because they're racist. It's because you're a fucking asshole.
Hey, what's up, everyone? Jasper Gonzo here. Another episode of What's Next, your daily dose. Happy Monday. Well, as we start a new week, and of course, a plethora of stories have come out, and of course, a lot of it had to do with what were the trailers and what have you that came out of the San Diego Comic-Con. But that's another video for another day. For this, we look at two people. We look at the NBA's coach, Greg Popovich, who is a Hall of Fame coach, 5-time NBA champion with the San Antonio Spurs. And then we have LeBron James, who, as great as a skilled player he is, will go down as one of the greatest in NBA history. Unfortunately, LeBron James has one problem. Well, both he and Greg Popovich have a problem. They both hate America. Let's take a look. This comes out of Outkick. Spurs coach Greg Popovich bashes America as a racist country at a social justice summit. Surprised? San Antonio coach Greg Popovich appeared at a social justice summit organized by Brooklyn rapper Jay-Z, shocker, and Rock Nation Company to highlight social causes, which has become Pop's forte in recent years. Popovich attended the ceremony to recognize attorney Barry Scheck, who works with the Innocence Project, a nonprofit legal organization that seeks to exonerate wrongly convicted individuals, and delivers a speech defining the U.S. as a country overcome with racism. Quote, "This is a country we live in," Popovich said from the podium. Spurs coach Greg Popovich made a surprise appearance at a social justice summit in New York City to present an award to an Innocence Project co-founder Barry Scheck, honoring a program that exonerates wrongly convicted. Summit organized by Jay-Z and United Justice Coalition. But before we get to hear them, let's get a little background. Quote, "I don't have all the answers, but it pisses me off. It hurts me. It confounds me. And I wonder, where the hell will I live? I live in a country I did not know exists. I knew there were racists. I understand that. But I had no idea it was to this level. That the injustice and seeking of power was so rampant that we are in a position where we are now. The 73-year-old all-time winningest head coach in NBA history put in the work towards his political platform on and off the court, notably as he hears retirement." Again, this is from Team Rock. "Again, we are proud to honor Barry Scheck, you and Barry Scheck, for all the work you have done and pushed to change for criminal justice space. Also, thank you, Spurs head coach Greg Popovich, for surprising Barry and presenting the award at the summit." Pop and Golden State Warriors head coach Steve Kerr have been among the most extreme voices for social justice, quote unquote, reform coming out of the NBA, while approximately 75% of the players happen to be black. What? And the average salary is $8.5 million a year. Now, before my thoughts, let's hear a little bit from Mr. Popovich himself.
I can't imagine a day or two or a week. I can't put my arms around it. I mean, this is the country we live in. I don't have the answers, but it pisses me off, it hurts me, it confounds me, and I wonder, where the hell do I live?
Now, the reason why I bring up LeBron James is because I'm going to go to this story. Now, I know this story is about maybe 9 to 10 days old, but it fits what I'm trying to do here. Of course, this comes out of the New York Post. LeBron James describes Boston as racist as fuck. LeBron James isn't mincing his feelings towards Boston fans. On the latest episode of The Shop, James was rather asked bluntly, "Why do you hate Boston?" "Because they're racist." James responded, They will say anything, and it's fine. It's my life. But I've been dealing with this my whole life. I don't mind it. I hear it. I hear somebody close by. I check them real quick, then move on to the game. They're going to say whatever they're going to say. James went on to recall an incident during the 2012 Eastern Conference Finals following Miami's Game 6 victory at the Garden, where a Celtics fan poured a drink on James while he walked back to the locker room. There was like a F LeBron shirt. James continued laughing. I believe they sold it at the effing team shop. Hear a little bit from LeBron himself.
Is not going to let us win this one tonight.
Yes, I mean,
What places?
Boston.
Boston, yeah.
Why do you hate Boston?
Because they racist as fuck. That's
they
why.
nasty.
They will say anything, and it's fine. I mean, fuck, it's my life. I mean, I've been dealing with it my whole life. I don't mind it. Like, I hear it. Like, if I hear somebody like close by, I check them real quick. I move on to the game, whatever the fuck. They're gonna say whatever the fuck they want to say. They might throw something on you. I mean, I got a beer thrown on me leaving the game. You know, like, it's Boston.
It's the only place in the NBA in America you go and they have like shirts that say like, fuck LeBron.
Yeah, it was like
section.
It was like a fuck LBJ t-shirt. I believe they probably sold it at the fucking team shop.
No, they sold it outside the arena.
No, they sold it at the team shop. Celtics had something to do with that shit.
My thoughts. Well, the reason why I brought LeBron James in is, of course, this was a story that got past me about, like I said, about a week ago. But it fits what I'm putting here. It fits the context. And the fact of the matter is that when you have two people, Greg Popovich, winningest coach in NBA history, 5-time title winner, will go to the Hall of Fame as a head coach. But when you are talking about the racism, the systematic racism that goes on in this country, and I don't know what kind of country I'm living in and what have you, when you have 75% of the players in the NBA that are black, averaging almost 10 million per on average. 10 million per. But there's a problem. But what does Greg Popovich and LeBron James fail to mention? They fail to mention the black on black crime that goes on in cities like Chicago, Baltimore, Los Angeles, New York, Houston, Atlanta. They fail to mention that. They fail to mention that 13 to 15% of the population, of the U.S. population, is black, but yet 65% of the crimes are committed by that 13 to 15%. And that's not me. I'm not pulling that stat out of the air. These are by FBI and state statistics. But yet they continue to fail to mention those things. They continue to fail that 75% of unwedlock births in urban communities. They fail to mention that. They fail to mention how many law enforcement programs that are out there to help, urban communities. They fail to mention that. So when you have ignorance begets ignorance. And that's exactly what you have on those. You and Popovich are eerily silent when it comes to the true atrocities that go on in China and the true atrocities that go on in this nation. That's the reason why a lot of people with common sense can't stand either one of you. And with that being said, I'm Jazz Berganzo. This is What's Next. Want to see more just like this? Please leave a comment below. Like it, share, subscribe to it. And we'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.